Just needed to hit that record button for the people that like to watch this on YouTube. I hope everybody that is watching is having a good time. Just gonna lower my music a little bit for me. It's better. Hope everybody is doing amazing. In today's stream we will be looking at creating better unit testing with BUnit and AutoFixture. We're gonna use the nightly build, so that's isn't released yet, but you can use it with very easy steps. And after that, we may add some small features or do some refactoring. We also wanna look at some new libraries, for instance, for the UI. And stuff like that, because we are gonna look at a new project. So I think this week we'll still keep this project running, and we hope to start the next project next week. If you have any interest in any technology, any projects, any ideas for projects, feel free to comment them in the chat. And let's get started. For the people that are new here, you can go to todo@topdev.com and you can visit the app we made. You can just go here. Normally you need to log in, and that is with /logout. You can select one of the providers: Twitter, Google, Microsoft, or Facebook. Today we'll be using Google. And then you get to see some to-do lists. You can see that we have, well, it's a small book, but we have two lists, and one we shared with John ourselves, and then our Twitter account. And we can go here. This one we have viewing rights. This one we have all rights. So let's say hello. We can delete it. Welcome stream. You can edit it, change the text, we can change the priority. And in our newest version, let's also start up our backend. If we go to our localhost and do a refresh, and do a refresh. The first time it's slower as it needs to start the storage emulator. This one it was really slow. Refresh, yeah, now it works. And we hit a breakpoint. That's not good, we don't want any breakpoints. Let's do a refresh. And now we can go to edit, and you can also select the day on which the task to be unmarked, basically. So this allows you to repeat a task that you already completed and need to re-add, like walking your dog. You may want to do that every day, doing the dishes, stuff like that. And you can do that with the repeat task. Also, Bartastic 2000, major error and time waster. Welcome to the stream. Hope you are doing amazing. Also, I heard we forgot one of the animations. last stream. If you like, you can add a custom animation. So for instance, when we are reloading, you see that one? It was really short this time. But you can find one on Looty Player and submit it through the chat. And I forgot one last stream. So let me add it. Loader item factory. Hello, John. How is it going tonight? We are just adding a new item. And I'm not sure how it looks yet. We can stop the debugging. Time to get that at Blazor, yeah? And this one is from Martin. So let's see. Who's the boss? Well, let's copy that. And let's see if we can find it. Give it a second as it is loading. We got an error. As we've got the comma. If you have to say you're the boss. Oh, you're the boss, you're not the boss, right? Wait, let me check. He's not here yet. Yeah, that's right. Who's the boss? I think this is the boss. This is clearly the boss. Everybody can see that. Well, it does say... Whoa, this is annoying. He's too smart, John. He used this system against me. Also, what do you guys think of the emotes our Steeleaf made? We now have the party. Unfortunately, or it's not for the tier 1 subs, as I'm not allowed to have more than one emote. Yeah, I'm sorry. I wish I could give it to you, but I'm not allowed to give away those things. And I also can only give one emote. I need 15 more, or I need 15 subscribers for an extra emote slot. And that's gonna be in 13 more. So it's gonna take a while, I think. But we have hope. So let's get started on Bunit, and this time we're gonna try to do it better. Slow but steady rinse the race, yes. That is the plan. So for this to work, as we are running Bunit in a nightly build right now, let me see. I can grab the post for me. Let me see. It's here. If you want to run the nightly build, you have to follow this post. It's pretty easy. This allows you to you just need to put in your username and your token. So I'm not gonna display this file here. Maybe you only can read packages with this token, so I'm not too scared about it. Or maybe I can put it in my secrets. Let's see about that, but this allows you to read the nightly build. I'm not sure why you need to do that with login, but I didn't design it. But that allows us to, let me see, in our test project, to run the O2 preview with this one. And after a restart of Visual Studio, we can, for instance, do the test context that services.add fallback service provider. And this is the fallback service provider I added to this library, so that's pretty cool. And this allows us to specify our own service provider. So let's start with making our own service provider and see if this works. So what this service provider is gonna... Service provider... No, I wanna make a folder first. So we're gonna create a folder in the main project of our test called service providers. And that was a lie. I'm gonna place it in utils and then service providers, as I like to keep every test in the root and only have utils, and that contains all the extra things that aren't tests but are used by tests. So we're gonna call this the auto fixture service provider. So let's make this public. And let's implement the service provider. And this is gonna require us to implement the get service. And for that, we want the auto fixture context basically. And we are gonna inject that through the constructor. So we're just gonna make a private read-only picture. And this is just yeah. Fixture dot create why can I use the picture dot build, but we don't want the generic one, but we want the service type, and that requires new dot build picture dot build now dot create specimen context auto picture create object without generic let's copy that. Let's use this one. Let's use this one. And let's use this one. And now return it. So now we can do new auto fixture service provider. And it requires the iFixture. And I believe we can let it be injected, but we are gonna do this in a different way very soon. And now we don't have any other services registered. We do have some mocking. This is the wrong one. And Shift Alt L. And if we check here, it does require the iLoader service. So let's get back to our test and see if what I planned worked, as I didn't test it completely. So if you're wondering why you want to use Bunit, Bunit is a testing framework for Blazor. It allows you to It allows you to mock Blazor components and even render the UI or the HTML. And it also gives you the ability loader factory. Okay, there's something going wrong. But it gives you the ability to really debug, see everything, works really well. So that's a huge advantage if you need to debug. And it's also really fast. I don't care about those. Let us see, as we're doing some stuff in here. Gonna remove this one. Oh, I don't need to start with debugging. That would be really awkward if it doesn't work. Let's stop this. That is really weird. Auto fixture, that works. What can I do with all those hops, by the way? Well, you can add a new loader. So the one we showed. You can unlock a random emote, but I'm not sure if that works for you, as you already have the tier 1 sub, and I believe it always unlocks the tier 1. You can highlight a message. You can require me to write the unit test, but we're already working on that. Then the loader or unit test. If you have any other cool ideas, once I get my standing decks, maybe I'll make an reward that you force me to stand for a certain amount of time or something like that. Well, depends on if you already done your training for the week. Well, I haven't really started. I wanted to wait for the snow, otherwise I will start running in fall, and it's way too cold. I'm not going outside to run with -10, but then I start. Poor excuse, you did. Yeah, but yeah. I was warm. Also, welcome Sebastians. Welcome to the stream. I hope you are doing amazing. So if we go to our GitHub, and we go to Egil, I didn't make an error, I hope. Core. No, not this one, the test service provider. And we need to go to the dev branch. Fallback service provider. If that's null, if result is null, software provider is not null, result.getService. That should work. So I am really wondering why that isn't working. That works. Cannot provide. Service. I'm gonna try to use the onParameter set. By the way, any pitfalls or weird behavior you should know before I start. Depends on what you want to do. Why are you gonna use the on parameter set, for example, instead of the on initialize, I think? But not really weird things, I believe. This is really annoying. Oh, I know why. This is so stupid. They think? No. Test context. We use this test context. Test context dot services dot add singleton loader item factory dot objects. So today I just wanted to work with you guys how would you usually find such a problem. That's where, alright, it's saying it's already initialized. I want to set my card to pulsing with the red color after set submission. This should last a few seconds and then disappear again. I was thinking of having the submit function that calls on click, so that sets a parameter and a new value, hoping it would trigger on parameter set. I'm not sure, John. You could also just call the method on a component. With addRef, you can just have it as a property in the parent and then call it. Blazor addRef. Yeah, you can just have addRef and then the name of the property. So let's remove auto fixture from here. I'm gonna check in our customization. The problem so far has been that the changes to HTML only execute once the method has finished, but I'm trying to ref out first, thanks. Yeah, I never really used it to check if a property changed. Customize. So let's test context. Does it already have the object here? See that. Also, welcome Linus Pova TV. Linus Pova TV. I hope I say that correctly. If not, make sure to tell me how to pronounce it. Welcome to the stream. I hope you are doing amazing. How is it going this night? And how is your relationships with Blazor? Do you have any experience with Blazor? Or just getting into it? So let's see. Auto fixture customization. Auto fixture customization. Customized person. Text fixture. Width. And then it is the test fixture. Services that add fallback service provider. Picture. New auto fixture fallback provider. And that is gonna require the fixture. Composer at the width. The fixture to width property test context. Oh shit. That doesn't work like that. Do? Ah, we need to have do. Do. Let's remove this. Let's remove this. Add this context fallback provider. Dot customize new and why are you not doing what I want? New fixture dot customize dot customize. And we still need to close this one. Cannot add to iFixture. This is a customization, right? An eye customization. New instance of mock. Welcome Bartastic with your subscription, your Prime subscription. Thank you very much, and make sure to spam those shocks. And let's have a party. How is it going, Bart? Also, Murray02 and What's Letter, welcome to the stream. Customize, customize. Cannot convert. Finally use my Prime for something else than the Grand Tour. This is a very good use case for your Prime subscription. Because this means I only have 12 subscriptions left for the next emote. What do you guys want for the next emote? Also, it's a long way, but would you like to see one of the emotes that we have now be downgraded to tier 1? Or do you want new emotes? And if so, what kind of? Add fixture. I don't get it. Argument. Yeah, let's get new emotes. Then we'll get my magic again. That's also true. But we can also use, for example, the party to tier 1 and have a new one. For tier 2, so that's all the options. Cannot convert. John says I like the party hats. But is it possible to add a face, or would that be too crowded? I'm not a designer. Iris Tillif should answer that. Add customization. Ah, wait. It's like that. That makes a lot of sense. Yes, but I need to talk, otherwise the stream is getting really boring. In the artist's opinion, it's too crowded, but she didn't test it. Hello, welcome, Lieselotte. How is it going? And let's remove this. Yeah, it has been a while. We thought that you were eaten by a goat on the animal farm. Ah. So it was it was another animal? No, that's John. I suspected that you were eaten by a goat. It was a confident Let's see if it... No problem at all, Lieselotte. That's no problem at all. If you can't make it, you can't make it. There's nothing... It's just for the fun. Yeah, Arish, you made an emote, now you're an artist. In the week at the animal park, the internet was too poor. And last week you had some lectures. Were they any were they interesting? I hope, at least. So it is registered Haskell. Oh, that does sound terrible. Surface Pro. Test context base. Test service provider. Also, but I'm a subscriber, right? Or I'm not a subscriber. Twitch, well, you know. No, you subscribing is costing you money. It's €5 a month, I think. And you get a cool emote and like the founders for 1 month subscription next to your name. And I'm doing good. I'm just testing, I'm just trying to use this feature I added in AutoFixture or in Bunit. But it's not working for some reason, and I'm trying to figure it out. So this one is correct. Iris, still, if you're the emote expert now, just asking how that's how it works. Those durian looking things can be used by subscribers. Yes. There are 2 tiers. The first is 5, and then you get the shock. The other one are more expensive, but they're not durian, they're hoplands. As my last name is Hop, of course. I'm also not quite sure what a durian. No, this is... Look. Hop. This looks way more. You gotta agree. I don't think you want to see the durian. I believe in China they're banned from the public transport as they stink too much. Yes, in Thailand too. But are they good? Like, are they that smelly but still worth it, or are they just smelly? You never dare to try one. That's sad. I found Thomas' next birthday present. Well, I might lucky that it is next year. And that's in 11 months, so I still have some time. So what type are we trying to get? Doesn't want to tell us. The web test renderer. Damn, that's a pretty cool emote. Pound. Oh shit, you're pounding my face right now. Give me a second. I'm gonna try. Just be happy I didn't type what I was thinking. Well, maybe I already know what you were thinking. I'm just typing something really quick in the Bunit chat room. Ooh, the loader from Talents is really cool. Yeah, but the text is really bad. Let me say. Let me. So this is of the type web test renderer. Web test renderer. Internal. Okay, let's continue. So it's really weird. Let's see. This is kinda too bad because I really hope this worked so we could keep going with this. But for some reason the service isn't requested. Let me see. So on the test context, render component. To render component. Render. Let's render component dot render. This is the render tree. This is really bad. Let me. Do you guys have any idea why that would be? Because the render component calls this one. To render fragments. Let's debug the tests. So the first time it does try to get the web test renderer. There's no registered service. Also, welcome to Semblafetchy. Welcome to the stream. Hope you are doing good. Today we also be looking at Blazor UI libraries. I'm just gonna mount it here. Okay. And make this smaller. Look at the UIs for our next project. And let me see, he didn't respond yet. I don't know. Okay. Let's I'm gonna grab something new to drink, take a 5-minute break, and then we'll get back. Hello and welcome back, everybody. Hope everybody stretched his legs and got something to drink. I did. Now, we were working on Bunit, but for some reason it doesn't work what I want to do. As this should be called for every services it can find. But even for the rest of the services, it still uses something else. I'm not really sure why. So that's something we have to check out later. If you have any suggestions about what to add next, feel free to post them in the chats. You broke Bunit with UPR? Well, I don't think I didn't change anything with that because I can show it. We go to. So the problem I'm finding is that, let me see, I need to go to the test context base. So this is all of Bunit. And now I go to the test service provider. And here you can add a fallback. But always the get services should be called. And that isn't called. So for some reason that makes it that we that our service isn't injected as it isn't requested on the proper way. So it has nothing to do with the normal way of Bunit, but just this feature. So for the first one, it is getting called. So this is the web test renderer. But for a second, it just gives us an exception saying it's not registered. So that's really weird. So I asked in the chat if yeah, it's really strange. Even as I like we had contact that this was the correct solution. So that's very strange. No, not Blazor.net. Blazor UI components. So this project is getting close to getting to the end. As we added most features that we wanted to add. And for this project we use Tailwind, but for the next one I like to use something else. So I thought it was be a good idea to hear you guys' opinion. And maybe even do a poll if we can do that. And then see what you guys like. So the first one is this is a lot of. It's free. Create support. No, we don't never need support. The components are implemented in C# and take full advantage of the Blazor framework. They do not prevent or wrap any existing JavaScript libraries, but server-side growth, new components are added. This all looks a little better on my bigger screen. Include the theme. So the setup is really easy. Let's see how everything looks. On click, yeah, they just add some stuff. They are not really fan of this one. If you like Google Maps, Gravatar. Not a big fan, I can imagine. I'm also not the biggest fan yet, but just making sure that we keep looking. It all feels kind of basic. Yeah. I just said it before you, but really cool, but we also added that ourselves. Blazor. I don't care about documentation. I don't think this is gonna be the one. And matte Blazor, Blazor strap, matte Blazor, and Blazords. Components. Whoa, what? The hell? Okay, that's weird. Do they all have that? Yeah. Well, that's new. That if you click on a link on a... They're all sponsored, but that's fine. If click go to random Chinese website, yeah, I think it's the Chinese government made this one. Avatars. Well, those buttons don't work, but the API. I don't really. Oh, wait. Nee, showcode. Ah, okay, cool. So I want to do this one, and I want to do showcode. Avatar icon user. Source. That's pretty cool. Badges. Comments. So we're currently looking at this one. Let me see which poll. Can we make a poll? Start a new production. And Blazor. No, that doesn't work. Okay. Too bad, but this is the carousel. Carousel slide 1. Why does it called slick? Okay, doesn't matter. Cards are really basic, but fine. Oh, those are pretty cool. How do we... Loader. Loading is loading. Okay, cool. That's really nice. If you also have any ideas about what we can what we could build for the next one, feel free to post it in the chats. I'm just quickly checking if I can find polls, but the Twitch UI is really annoying. Drops. No. Clips, collections, video producer, Floria. Me see at. Can I? Add manage polls. Create a poll. Nice. Weird. What is the best? Let's add Blazor. Let's add Blazor. Let's add Blazor strip. Oh, this is not gonna be it. Let's add Mud Blazor. I'm not gonna use this one. And this is more add-ons instead of everything. So now there should be a poll in the chats. I hope you guys can see it. Feel free to vote if you found which one you liked best. Oh, nope. What the hell? Ah! Cool, it's on the top. Okay, so we had Blazor already. Now we started with Redson, but this one was kind of basic. I didn't add them to the poll. Oh, I forgot. We just looked at ends. Now we check out Matte Blazor. So the checkbox are pretty. Oh, they have a pretty cool emote out of the box, so that's really nice. Let's see the date picker. If there's some specific item you like to see, feel free to ask. Oh, that's also pretty easy. So we have the date picker. Let's see the app bar, contents. Damn this mouse. Button link. It looks all pretty normal. So this is a card. Oh, this does look really nice. And media with a header. Okay, expansion panels. Wait. Look, those have really nice animations. Ah, okay. If it's solo, it doesn't have any animations. No. Okay, good to know. But this one has some pretty cool animations, like also the shadows. It's pretty normal. Okay. Themes. Oh, we can pretty easily change our colors. I really like how the icons are used in this one. Buttons. I don't really like those buttons that you cannot see. But that's my opinion. What do you guys think of like those? Like, I don't immediately see that this is a button. Ah, so the type. The chip. Those do look really cool. You probably can change the background color or something, and they have enough other clickables. Can you show end Blazor at the end again? Yes, of course. Also, I think that the poll is only 10 minutes, and I think I cannot extend it, so maybe... Lisa Jojo, Matt Blazor is much better so far than End Blazor. Well, that's your opinion. She can have her own. If you want to see any special features, or special components, feel free to ask it. So it's pretty basic, but it doesn't have like crazy. Wondering about the file upload. This looks really slick and beautiful. Yeah, John, I know it's difficult for you, but you can have our own opinion. But let me see the slide. Oh, that's It doesn't have crazy features, but it's really nice polished. And for Lieselotte, this one again, is there something you like to see? Okay, so we were on the matte laser. Let's example. This is the button. Let me see, button. Yeah, we need to vote soon, but we can. I can also make a new one because we still have Blazor strap, and mud blazer. But yeah, this is end. Bartastic says mid blazer is the best. We haven't been there. You cannot say that. But yeah, this was end. We just did a blazer strap. This is just bootstrap, I think. So I don't think. I don't think this is too much to show. Let's go to mud blazer. Getting started. Components, alerts. Can we also... Oh, this looks really nice. Really slick. The app bar, yeah, that's just this one. Icons, avatars. Badges. Breadcrumbs. Let's see the cards. Chips. Like dialogues. Open a simple dialogue. Does have a small cool animation. Dividers. Drawers. Oh, this is nice. Also really nice animations. Oh shit, the time is already up. The winner now is Mud Blazer. If you have another opinion, feel free to say it in the chat. And I think about it. But Mud Blazer is... has a lot of cool features. Mud Blazer looks really good. Is there anything you wanna seek side by side? For example, autocomplete. Let me see, mid grids, mid item, mid autocomplete. What's the new project gonna be? Well, that is kinda a mystery right now. I'm thinking about some stuff, but I don't have too good of an opinion. I do like to build something like that could be really useful, but I also wanna use some other tools. Maybe don't use Azure Functions this time, and I'm definitely not gonna use the Azure Table Storage. I'm probably gonna use SQL, but I also can look at other databases. Bind value, search function. Keywords. What's this? Is this something they thought of? But if you have any good ideas, make sure to send them in the chat or personal, also fine. Fields. Basic fields, pretty simple. Forms. Mid type is designed to be easy and simple. Just pass in your own validation function directly in the validation. Parameter for your forms input controls, but if you want to make use of a handy data annotation attribute provided by Microsoft, you can pass them in the validation. Also, you can even the fluent validation as it is shown in the other example. Do not use the button type.submit. Mid card, mid contact, mid. It's a lot of mid. That is for sure. Mid text fields. But it also provides like a label. I really like those things. And also the password going up there. I know I've seen other ones, but in most of my projects it's like too much work to always add. Field disabled, button field. Validate. For edit to work, make sure okay. You can also have alerts. Is there anything else you guys like to see from this project? Or is there any So this is the UI breakpoints, border radius. I do think there's some learning curve, but I think we can do that pretty quickly. I think I'm gonna write down Blazor as the main contender. Also, do you guys have any preference for the database that we are gonna use? For example, SQL, or it's gonna be Azure SQL then. MongoDB, or whatever. No preference, okay. As I didn't get this one to work correctly, let's not inject the test context. And let's make it by hand and make sure all our test works. The services that add singleton, and we want to have the loader item factory. Let's see if this works. And it didn't. But it was a small fix. What the hell? Oh, no, not running. Run this test. Remove this breakpoint. Let me check something. Do we still have the... Let's set the breakpoint here. Services.add fallback provider. New. Picture. Let's see if this works. Either SQL or Mongo would be interesting. Probably also depends a bit of the project, if that makes sense. Yeah, of course. It's really hard to find something cool to build for our next project, as I don't want to only do like the demo. But I also want to do the let's remove this one. But I also want to like build maybe even something useful or cool, not only for the demo effect. No, cannot find. I have no clue why it's not called, but that's not something I fixed. Agreed, that's always the best. Anything in mind? To be honest, not really. I've had a clear ID. I would already have started at that. As it's quite annoying. Why are those things so annoying? I'm gonna restart Visual Studio as it's being kind of annoying. But it's really hard to think of something. But have any ideas? Feel free to tell me. But it's also really hard to fill up those streams now, as they're kinda low, walking to the end. And trying to find something else, but I've once tried to make something between a recipe guide, like a recipe page, and well, not really a social media, but something you can like follow people on. So you can follow them, and then when they like a recipe or create a recipe, you get a notification or something like that. Okay, it's still being weird. And even have a focus also on the nutritional values. And that's something I started working on a really long time, but never really got too far with it. I could show it maybe. Let's do this. Test context. So that's something. Something else. Not really. I once worked on an no, that's pretty stupid. Let me see why this doesn't work. We are not. The recipes are actually does sound interesting, but only have like 10 people who initially shared some stuff on it probably. That is true. Oh, not name, but objects. But that's also fine. I don't think I'm gonna build the next Twitter. So that's not something I like. My goal is. But it would be cool if it's at least something people could use. Wrecking some express. No, instantly no, I'm gonna allow it. And it's just gonna be the recipes of Trump's recipes. Heck, if I allowed it, I would get a lot of attention. I'm not sure if anyone would use it for recipes, but there would be a lot of people that would join. So that's also something, I guess. Fake recipes, yeah. Let's deep fry the capital. Let's also fix our other tests. But let me see. Static web apps. I'm just looking for something. But that was something I worked on before. I'm sorry, it's not really vegan. But you get like those cards with cheeseburgers of Thomas. And you see like the score people gave it. You can click it. And you see like the big one, you could like it. You could change the servings, so you would also get the nutritional values and the ingredients changed automatically. You have like the steps, and yeah, those don't change yet, but that's something you could look at. Could like follow and have like tags on it. Go to other of the same person. Yeah, so this is something that could be an option. So this is an option. And for the rest, I'm not really sure. I don't have too many problems that I would like to see resolved. But if you have any good ideas, tell them in the chat. Okay, let's see if nothing on our getter. So we're just removing the test context from here and doing it by hand. Context equals new test context. And then let's see if we get an error. To-do list service needs to be registered. To-do list service. Services that add singleton. Run. Loader item factory is also required. Let's see, does it work right now? Yes, it does. Context equals new test context. And let's do this like this. And I think we should also add the singleton. Oh, that's the to-do list service. And it also requires the user servers. Not sure why, but let's add it. Let's run it. Let's see. And we want the iUser service. Okay, let's remove this test as gives us a lot of trouble. I think today stream will be also really short, as this was kind of the material for this day. It gives us trouble because well, we could debug it for now. I think. But it's triggering events, and that's for some reason breaking my unit test. B unit interrupt. Oh, we could look at that to make sure that our time is a little bit more full. So we go to the B unit. Oh, my shoulder also really hurts. Let's set the mode to loose. As the one is triggering events, but we don't really care about the events, so that's mode equals loose. It runs on strict. You're moving to Delft tomorrow. You're moving back again? Do you already have any grades back from last exams? Well, not exactly back. I never lived in Delft, but after a year with my parents, I rented a small apartment. A small apartment. What is small? How many square meters? I passed 3 out of 5. Need to get 2 grades back, hopefully tomorrow. Oh, so you still have. Did you fail 2, or did you just didn't get them back? I know. Yeah, 40 square meters is isn't too much, but okay. So you have 100% success rate until now. That's always good. And also, yeah, 40 is pretty small. Exactly. That's always nice. Also, John, I desperately needed to get out of the house. Well, you already were out of the house because you had your own side house on it, right? But where did you live before then? That was also Delft, or was it close to Delft? Oh, Rotterdam. Oh. Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. But you said small, but didn't you once said that you wanted to live in like a tiny house? I thought it was the something you once said. Yeah, so that's I even went to see a caravan in a trailer park last weekend. Okay, I think then the small apartment is better, but yeah. But for John, because he was gone before, the recipe site could be something like this. This doesn't have a backend and everything. I will make sure that there's also an option for vegan. But this is like a page where you can see all the foods, and you can also see the calories, proteins, carbohydrates, and fats. You can click it, you can like it. You can change the serving size, so the calories and the protein changes. And also the ingredients. You have like the recipe. That could be very true. Maybe something with tailwind. But yeah, this could be something, some ID, but then way better and like actually working. And it would be also be pretty cool to add more Blazor tests, as that makes debugging easier and a little bit more robust. Shit, I now really wanted to learn more about this old painting. But yeah, if any of you guys have any idea for next project, feel free to tell me, and I'll take it in an account. I'm also gonna make sure to contact Tessie as he maybe had an ID. For now, the IDs are pretty up for right now. It's been 2 hours, it's a little shorter than I would normally go. But if you guys have any requests for any feature, feel free to ask it right now, as I can still edit. And otherwise, this will be a really short stream. And that sounds like no one really has a suggestion. I'm up for the menu. Yeah, you want to see the recipe site? That could be really cool. I think that there's a lot of cool challenges, and also would be really nice to see like a real site. I think I'm also not gonna use Azure Functions for the stuff that doesn't need Azure Functions. And I'm gonna use Entity Framework with SQL if everybody does agree with that. I think it was a really fun experience to use Azure Functions with table storage, but it's just not robust enough, I would say, especially the table storage. Cool. I may take a small break before starting the new project, even get some things started up. Maybe create something like a backlog even. That could be also really cool, so we could really work the items off. And also it would be really nice to have like a reset. So that's some stuff. So I think this is gonna be the stream. If you think of any other ideas, feel free to post them in the chat, say them to me directly, or any other way you you can find me. Being able to keep track of the wrappers you used and what you thought of them. So basically comments. Yeah, that's also pretty cool. You can have like notes or comments and favorites and rating. And maybe even suggestions, like you like this vegan hamburger, maybe you like this vegan tacos for Lieselotte. Maybe stuff like that. Maybe even specify your suggestions, so you wouldn't even get, like, you could tell that you have a peanut allergy, so you won't get to see any recipes with peanuts in your main view, and then like normal it would give you like a warning. Stuff like that would be really cool. Hey Peak Alive, how is it going? How did your stream go? Did you you're gonna try out some AI on Azure or what? Well, that's I'm not saying I'm gonna use AI. I think that's like, if someone, I think that's like more of a boolean or something. But that could be something in a really, really long end. You still playing Satisfactory Peak Alive, or did you play the other game today? The fish game. I'm not sure how it's called. I also played Satisfactory with after your stream. I thought it would be really cool, and I started playing it with my girlfriend and also with some friends. So that's thanks for that. But yeah, I think I'll be working on. Cool, Valheim. I also heard of that. Nice. But yeah, I think I'm gonna start like a backlog. I could have like authentication, stuff like that, and like adding the UI, all that stuff. Maybe even let you guys help with adding features, so you could just create an issue and we can look at it. I don't think that chat was there last time. That's awesome. Thank you. Yeah, I really integrated everything in my Visual Studio. I may have like a scene where it doesn't show up. So when I show the solution, that I can display the solution explorer, but I'm still working on that. We're just looking at what project we are gonna to do next, as this one is pretty done. We had an idea to look at something like, let me see, like create a recipe site where you can follow, like, all the cool stuff that's trendy these days. Also, if you have if anyone has a cool name for it, feel free to message me, because it does need a cool code name, of course. Otherwise, I know it's a little bit shorter than usual, but I think that's gonna be the end of the stream. Thanks everybody for watching. Also, thank you Pika Live for just joining after your stream. Hope everybody will have a great night, and I hope to see you all soon, very, very soon. Or, yeah, see you very soon. And let's see you guys later.